Welcome. In this video, we are going to discuss about the investment opportunity that we have in the pharma space as of today. Post the COVID pandemic, when the whole world is reeling under distress, pressure, and tightness in the mind as well as money, markets have always been offering opportunities for investments and profiting from it. When pandemic came, that actually gave an opportunity for pharma businesses to grow well because of medicine requirement, and this one brought some more advantages along with it, like not only the medicine for fighting the COVID flu, but also due to the lockdown, a lot of other diseases which was there in the public got risen now because of not having much attention towards its cure, like diabetics, blood pressure, and some related diseases have not been attended. Probably people's focus went much into the fighting of pandemic. So these diseases are at large now, and more medicine requirement along with the COVID-19 flu. Other diseases also are requiring medicine now. So this is going to have a very good growth potential for pharma sector as a whole. Since we are looking at about 1 to 1.5 years of pressure in the markets or the global economy due to the pandemic, pharma businesses are likely to do extremely well in this 12 to 15 months period. So let's look at what are the confirmations that are showing that pharma space is going to be very attractive. This is the pharma index chart, NSE pharma index chart on the monthly basis. I've taken a longer term view to show what was the previous trend in pharma. If we see before 2013, pharma came into an uptrend. It went into a huge rally, stayed there till 2015 end. After that, it turned down. From 2015 onwards, in 2018, we had a small rally which actually failed there. Most of the pharma funds took up at that time. And after that, we had the US FDA issues hitting very hard into the pharma space, and then it again collapsed. Now at the right edge, this we call the right edge, we see again when it came down, indicators that show the strength of the index have been going weak. That is here, this lines that is below the zero, these are called histogram, and this is a MACD indicator. When the histogram is hitting a higher low, see, compared to this, here it is higher low, and price is going down, histogram indicator is having a higher low. That means bullishness has started coming from there itself. This was somewhere the end of 2019. So pandemic and its requirement probably was already seen in the sector. So mostly it started going up at that time itself. After that, when the whole world markets collapsed, we had 2 months of downward pressure, and that pressure was very, very high. In spite of that huge pressure downside, there was a very big recovery in the month of April, which turned the direction for the pharma space as a whole. This is the monthly chart. Now let's go one step down to weekly chart to see, is there strength building up there too. Here, if you see this histogram at the right edge, this place, it has taken over the previous peak. That means now the fresh bullish trend is getting even stronger than what it was earlier. This is a weekly chart. So I talked about 2018 bullishness. This is where it took off in 2018. Without any weakness, it collapsed because of external pressure that came into the market in the form of US FDA regulations, which hit all our pharma companies badly. Further to that, again, if you see, similar patterns have developed here too. When the 2019 rally happened, this was the pattern. It actually gained strength here and started moving up. This big downside spikes was when the whole world collapsed, when COVID became a big news. After that, again, it recovered, followed this strength, and became very, very strong. So now if we see, compared to whatever was 2018, 2020 is even getting very strong. So this gives an indication pharma is one space which is going to give good amount of profit in the next 12 to 15 months period. So where to invest in pharma? Almost all the stocks in the pharma space have gone up. Big names, small names, everything is up now. So any stock we can buy. Keeping that, buying into stocks requires lot of knowledge. Not everyone can participate in the stock rallies because we will not know what can happen. As I am talking, in the last 2-3 days, pharma stocks have been going higher and higher. These names, what I have listed here, Aurobindo, Cipla, Reddy, Glenmark, Sun Pharma, these are leading now. Even Biocon is also one which is in the leadership position. While if we invest in stocks, it needs good amount of talent and knowledge to manage those stocks, which generally people will not have. So if somebody doesn't have a knowledge of how to identify a stock and be with it or manage it, it's better to leave it to the managers who can do it for them. So in that manner, I would recommend investing in mutual funds is better than stocks for novice investors. That we have some around 7 to 8 pharma funds in our country. Of that, I will go with 3 names. Nothing specific. The reason behind all these 3 selection is that they have been there for a longer period in the market. So we know they have a consistency of NAV returns. Others, of course, there are new funds which came in 2018 prior to the 2018 rally. Most of them came with new concepts, new ideas like diagnostics, hospitals, instrumentation, all those things. We don't know how it is going to pan out. Some funds are there which are also investing into US businesses, which, since we don't know much about it, going with what we know is the best way to earn money in the markets. So in that way, these 3 pharma funds are typically ideal for somebody to invest. Now, next question is, as the market is in the pharma space has gone up severely, can we invest now also? Yes. See, if, there are 2 ways of approaching this. One is take a small exposure and participate in the rally, or wait for some correction and get into it later when it goes down. While in a strong rallies, what happens is it keeps going up and up, it will not touch downside. Somebody who is waiting for a correction and wanting to get in at a lower level, probably it will not happen. So a better choice will be, if suppose you want to invest 100 rupees, put 20 rupees now. If it goes down by 1 or 2%, add 20 rupees more, like that, keep adding. Probably it might go 2 or 3 levels down. After that, it will start picking up. Suppose it is going down. Otherwise, you can be with whatever position you started with. If it is not going down, don't add. Let's look at what is the risk that these funds are carrying now, because any investment in equities or mutual funds will have risk in it, because at whatever level we are buying, there are chances it can go down also. So when it goes down, where we have to protect our money, that is most important. So for all the 3 funds which I suggested, I put the NAVs. The NAV is of 29th of May 2020. As I am speaking, 1 day or 2 days have passed. In these 2 days, the market has rallied again. Probably price would have been slightly higher than what we have recorded here. If you see, I have given short-term and long-term risk here. Most of the funds are having close to 5% risk today. If we are buying at 141.79 SBI Pharma, get out if it goes down to 134.95. That is a risk which you are going to take. So suppose you want to take, say, 500 rupees risk on the capital you have to take advantage of the pharma rally in the market. So you can invest up to 10,000 rupees. If it goes against you, you lose 500 rupees. If it keeps going up and up, keep moving the stop loss higher so that you protect your profits. So this stop loss we will give in our blogs coming from this week onwards. Every week we will publish the new stop loss for all these 3 funds, both on short term and long term. So what is short term? What is long term? Short term is on weekly stop loss. It is every week we will give a new stop loss if it happens. If suppose price stays here itself, protection will not move up. If it keeps moving up, even the stop loss will move up. So by that, when the NAV keeps moving up and your stop loss also we are moving up, you protect your investments at some level, even profits are booked there. This long term is on monthly basis. Since this trend is likely to be there for 12 to 15 months, somebody can take a long term view also. But when you go to long term, the risk also will be higher. When on short term you have 5% risk, on the long term you have 10% risk. Comparatively, which funds are good? On short term, SBI Pharma is good. On long term, Nippon Pharma is good. Provided all of these funds invest into a handful of, a bunch of stocks in the market, and most of them will be having almost all the stocks, only that they'll be having a small percentage difference between each of them. That will just get adjusted when the whole rally picks up. Like say, in the last 2 days, Dr. Reddy's is going down, Biocon is going up. So if suppose one of the funds is having Biocon more and slightly lesser Dr. Reddy's, chances are that fund will start doing well. So need not worry about much details on this. If somebody wants to make profits in the next 1 to 2 years, big profits are available in pharma space. Instead of stocks, put money into pharma mutual funds. That will help you make better returns without much effort. So keep tracking the stop losses. Every week on Saturdays, we will publish the new stop loss for all these 3 funds in our website on the blog space. Thank you.